Everybody, Scout Crafter here. We hit 10,000 last night. Thank you so very much. Please read the description. I don't want to bog up time with the intro. I had to cut some stuff out. Thank you again so very much. Here we go.
These are Happy Time figures. I don't know if you know that Happy Time farm.
Oh.
See, they came in, and these are their little barns.
Wow. The silos. This guy. Screw jack.
That's what I heard also.
This, hold on, there's another one.
It's
too.
usually something that's in a machine shop. It's not a car.
You know, the chances of it hanging around are pretty good. This is filled as well.
Okay.
You're overwhelming.
He's got a little tear. We have no tears.
Yeah, we have I think a grommet hole ripped out.
Yeah, but that's not a tear.
Just not bad.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay.
It's a beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, we gotta take that. We'll take it. Could you wrap it?
Oh, you're gonna take
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Oh, do you have any Hummels? No. Hey, sis. Hey, darling. Yes.
Hey, how are you?
I'm just looking at that one here.
Hopefully I got another 10 to keep cleaning me up.
No. Zero.
Which I did here.
Another nice one.
No, you did, and that's why. Very difficult. There's a lot of birds in here. I just watched a movie of about 8 hours. So, what do you want? Very good. Nobody's going to lose.
Hey, you know what? Absolutely.
Oh, good, thank you.
It better pick up though.
Pretty cool, huh? I was just walking around. Right there. Yeah.
Show me Mexican stir. Oh, yeah. Have you seen the, it's like this guy over here with the, arts and stuff.
Be neat. That's an anatomy. You can see all the different parts of the body inside, huh? You like that, huh?
Oh, I know. Younger people don't really. I own a few of the cars they're on, so I know. Oh, cool. Alrighty. Right here. 62.
First thing I got is this nice, look at that beautiful cut glass bell, huh? Look. Okay, next we picked up these were $1 each, and remember I was telling you about these spackle knives, and look, these have that rivets over here, the big rivets. This will really clean up, hopefully nice. It depends on the blade, you know, but we'll work on that. These were $1 each. Next we picked up these three. Now here's an old trick my father taught me this years ago. Let's say you're at the flea market and you see something like this perfect handle screwdriver, which is in real nice shape, handles are tight and everything, right? You say, well, now if I would have picked this up and said how much to the guy, he might have said, well, give me 10 bucks, you know what I mean? It depends on if the guy knows his stuff or whatnot. He might have said, give me for whatever. So my dad said what you do is you take a couple of items that you know are not, you know, like rusty items, and you make it a lot. So you go with 2 or 3 rusty items and you throw in the good item, and this isn't going to always make a difference, but a lot of times you'll get a really good deal. So for these 3 it was $10, you know. So you know, always throw a rusty or 1 or 2 rusty items in there, and it kind of takes the value away from the other items. Next, for $3, I got this cute little Machinist Hammer. It's small, but a little ball peen hammer with the knurling around the head and around the handle. I don't know if it was homemade, but it definitely is a cute little hammer. Okay, then I bought this. Now, for some of you viewers, you're probably got a little smile came over your face right now because you know what it is, and I'm sure there might be a couple of younger viewers out there go, what the heck is this? This is something we grew up with, and it's an old-fashioned ice tray. and you would, obviously fill it with water, and then when you pull this handle back, it would break the ice cubes free. That was long before the plastic trays, and we all remember these. This was, we had a love-hate relationship with these things, but I just said, this is going to be something that people will never see years from now, so I picked it up. That was $3. Next, I picked up this awesome World War One machete, and the reason I know about this machete, look here, you can see it says France, and the reason I know about this machete, and you never find these where the leather scabbard is in good shape, and this is in perfect shape. The stitching and everything just needs to be oiled. And look at the shape of this blade, huh? And the thickness. This is a thick blade, and it's a beautiful, and the reason I know it's, I restored one of these, I have a video on it, and a buddy of mine asked me if I could throw new handles on and restore it, and then when I looked, I said, man, these look, the way the rivets are, that looks something different. I looked, I did research on it, and I found out it was a World War One machete, and I didn't touch it. I said, you can't touch, and it turns out it was quite valuable in the machete world, but this I paid $25 for, and it's a really nice piece, and again, the way they did the double rivets over here with the washer, this was indicative of that time. And what's interesting is you've probably seen this before and don't even realize it. At the end of the video, I'll put a picture of where you might have seen this exact machete. Next up, I'm sure you've recognized this if you've seen any of the videos. We have a Little Giant pipe wrench. And you've seen that on the video when I was walking up. The guy only had a couple items on his table, and I went up and I was looking at this. And I wear these glasses. My glasses are kind of thick, and it's funny, straight stuff looks curved because my glasses, I guess, are so thick that I thought it was bent at first, and I have to hold it like a certain way to look at it to make sure. I said, oh no, it's not bent, it's my glasses again. But anything longer than a foot, to me, tends to have a little bit of an earth curvature to it. Okay, so what's interesting about this is the guy said to me, he goes, I bet you never saw one of those before. And I was like, well, I think I might have. And he goes, yeah, it's an old pipe wrench. And I'm like, yeah, I think it might be. He goes, if you want $5. So I said, well, I'm not even going to argue with that. So I gave him $5. This is an 18-inch model. So now I have the little Giant, the medium Little Giant, and the giant Little Giant. So we'll get to working on that. Then I bought this. Some of you might recognize it. This is a Rolls razor, and this is when they used to sharpen single edge or actually double edge razor blades. And this is an interesting thing how this works. I'm going to have to show you on a video sometime. This was $5. Really cool. Okay, lastly, here's where I got a little bit stupid. And this happens to me sometimes, and it's always good to have somebody to calm you down. But this is a Shore Salera scope, and what this does is it measures, it's like a Rockwell hardness test, or it tests the hardness of metals, and it came with all the paperwork, which you never see, and obviously the case it came with. And this item is, let me show you what it looks like out of the box. I have no idea what this does. I think it measures the hardness of metal. I don't know what it is. I've never seen one. But I do know what I like, and I know I have a good eye for stuff that's usually worth some money. And this is cool. It has a gear drive that raises and lowers it. This little knob here, you could see if you watch the gauge how freely this turns. So everything is nice and free working. It's got a real hard plate down here. From the side, it looks like an old-time microscope. These two knobs here are leveling knobs, and there's a bubble level over here, and I'll show you how that works. That's pretty cool. By just turning the knobs, you can get this thing leveled out. See that little bubble level there? By just using this here, by turning the little knobs back here, I can get this that bubble into the center bubble and level it out. So that's pretty cool. Now it came with some accessories along with it. Looks to be a complete set. This here is a hardness block it came with. If you look here, it says 88 to 90 hard. So I guess there's a way you can comparatively check to make sure that your instrument is within specs. A little V block here, I guess, that gets put over. But interesting unit. Now this was expensive. The guy wanted $100 for this, and but I got it for $75. And I have to tell you something. I know it seems like a lot of money, but I know these instruments are very rare, and there are a lot of like knife guys and things like that are always looking for something like this. And I don't know why I got it. If you're wondering where the machete was from, it was from the movie Jaws. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.